Alright, so for criminal intent, I think this would be classified as involuntary public nudity while defecating, I guess? Trust me. So, not this past June, but the June before, the June 2009, I began working for this really nice real estate company called City Space. It's right on the edge of Rittenhouse Square. I have a nice job right at the front desk. I dress nice every morning. I feel good. However, I'm not really much of a coffee drinker. I start drinking a lot of coffee. I have my morning cigarette. I start eating these really crappy egg and cheese sandwiches from the Sunoco across the street. So altogether, this is a recipe for diuretic disaster. At this point, around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I go into the bathroom that's by the processor's office, and I open up Pandora's box. 10 minutes later, I leave, and, you know, this happens every day. So, eventually, my sales director comes to me, and she has a come to Jesus meeting, and she's like, listen, Aaron, you know, the process has been complaining that, you've been bombing the bathroom like every day. She's like, listen, it's okay, and this is the sweetest woman ever. She's like, why don't you just take a little bit longer, get a good breakfast for yourself, and just take a half hour, whatever you need. I'm like, oh, great, awesome. So all I end up doing is just traveling further to get the same crappy egg and cheese sandwich just down the street from like a coffee shop, and it's the same problem. I start using the downstairs bathroom every now and then. Regardless, so, big day for the company. We are closing on a $1.6 million deal. Just in real estate math, that means that the company will get around $20,000 to $30,000 from that. That's big. Including the real estate agent, it's big money everywhere. So we're all like on top of our game, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Everybody shows up for the settlement, and I have a kindergarten emergency. I have to go to the bathroom. It can't wait. And I go to, again, the bathroom by the processor's office. I have a one-track mind. I'm just like beelining it there. This bathroom is, oh God, how large? Like here and here. It's a hat box. So I sit down inside and I begin to sweat. And this is an epic shit. And I don't know if I'm crying, if I'm sweating. I begin muttering prayers under my breath. And at that, I'm like, oh, fuck this. And I start taking off my shirt. I take off my shoes. And just to say, this part my friend described to his family at his family dinner. I don't know why. But he described me as being naked from the ankles up. So along comes the selling agent for this property. This very prim and proper European woman. She's very nice, too. But she's just flipping up and down the hallway. I can hear her. And, you know, it's like, oh, it's fine. She'll just see the door is, you know, locked, which wasn't. And so I'm sitting there, and I just hear the door unlatch, and it opens. And she gasps, and I'm like, no, wait! And she just like closes it and just flips away and runs away. I sit there. At that point, I am crying because this is painful. I thought I had hemorrhoids later or something. It was awful. So I leave, and the processor looks at me from her office, and she's like, and I'm like, and one of the real estate agents had seen this as well, and he comes up and he's like, listen, Aaron, let me just tell you something. He's like, this is a human moment. You just go to her and be honest, and it'll be fine. I'm like, dude, there ain't nothing human about this. This is a super fucking human moment, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So I go and sit back down at my desk. And at one point, she is instructed, the real estate agent who saw me naked and shitting and in tears, to come to my desk and to get a stapler. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this right now. This overwhelming sense of justice and, like, truth just comes into me, and I'm like, I'm going to get up, I'm going to look her dead in the eye when I give this to her. So I get up, I come around my desk, and I'm just like... and she takes it. It was like, you know, the Michelangelo painting of, like, God touching Adam's hand. It was like a stapler between us. She takes it, she leaves, she goes back, and I never see her again. And that's my story.